Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought I would talk about how to emphasize and embrace your natural beauty. This is something I am so passionate about and I have so much to share with you. I'm currently sitting on my bed with just like a bunch of products to show you on how to just emphasize and embrace and bring out your natural beauty. That being said, I'm just gonna put a little bit of a disclaimer now. If you love dyeing your hair, getting extensions, getting your nails done, like getting acrylics, getting your eyelashes done, anything like that, this is not to hate on any of that. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. If that makes you feel good, if that makes you feel confident, then that's all that matters. But this is just for the people who are really trying to embrace their natural beauty, which is something that I worked really hard on, especially last year. And I feel like I'm just in a really good place with that. And I've kind of figured out the perfect routine for myself, the perfect product, and the perfect way to really embrace my natural beauty. And yeah, so I just thought I would share it with you for anyone who's interested. These are all my tips. So just because I want this video to be a little bit structured, I'm gonna section it off in sections. So I'm gonna start with just like general full body stuff, and then I'll get into details about your hair, your nails, your face, all of that stuff. Number one is having a weekly self-care day, which is something I literally swear by, which means one day of the week. I choose Sunday just because it's like the perfect reset day, but you can choose whatever day of the week that works for you. And you just take that day to have your everything shower. You just do everything self-care to make sure that you look and feel like your best self. So the things I do, for example, is I will shave, I'll exfoliate, I'll moisturize, I'll do a hair mask, I'll paint my nails, like I'll do everything to really feel like my best. To show you some of the products that I use when I'm in the shower. So for hair, I just use this Dove shampoo. It's the lavender one. I have struggled with shampoos for a long time because I get really dry ends but an oily scalp, so it's kind of hard to figure out, and this is finally one that works for me. And the big plus for this one is that it gives you a lot of volume. Like, it gives me a lot of volume up here where it's usually flat for me, and I love how it looks. This is what it looks like. Next, so I have wavy / curly hair. I'm not gonna say one or the other just because I know the curl police is out there and you guys are scary, and I'm not trying to offend anybody or anything. I've just been told by people, some people tell me it's wavy, some people tell me it's curly, so somewhere along those lines. But basically I use this Curl Perfection by Pantene, and I've actually just started using this recently, but it seems to work pretty well so far. And then because my hair is on the oilier side, I will use this clarifying shampoo pretty much like twice a month. It's the one by Kristen S, I think. It's this one. It's called the Deep Clean Clarifying Shampoo. And lastly, for the shower, so I will use both a body wash and a soap bar. So I can't really show you my soap bar because it's just gonna get messy, but just any like good smelling bar of soap is good. And afterwards, I will go in with a shower gel to really like lock in the scent and make sure I smell my best. So right now, as you can tell, I'm like pretty much out. It was upside down, so it looks like I'm out, but there's still a little bit left. But I was just using the body wash coconut one. Bonus points if you have a bar of soap and shower gel with the same scent, just to really help lock in that scent. And then moving on to other random full body stuff. So something that I think you can do going into this new year to really emphasize your natural beauty is to choose which kind of features of yourself that you prefer. For example, if you have blue eyes and you really want to accent those, you can wear colors that help bring out those blue eyes. Or for example, if you really want to bring out your hair color, then you can wear colors that really help bring out that colors. It's kind of ironic that I mentioned being blonde at one point in my life when I'm talking about your natural beauty, but just to give you an example, like when I was blonde, I loved wearing purple and blue. I just loved the way the colors would contrast with my hair color. So definitely find colors that really bring out those features of yourself that you really like. I have so many videos on my channel on this. I have a bunch of random shorts for different hair colors, different eye colors that you want to bring out, and you guys seem to love those videos, so I have made so many of them. And if there's any more that you want, just comment below. But I've literally done colors that complement like dirty blondes, brunettes, gingers, people with blue eyes, I think, people with brown eyes. Like, I have so many on there, and I will make any more that you want, so just let me know. Another one, this is actually something I haven't done yet but I would like to do, but saving your money. Since we're focusing on natural beauty, you're not going to be spending a lot of your money on things like dyeing your hair all the time, getting your nails done, getting your lashes done, all that kind of stuff. So that money can go to other things like getting facials done, doing massages, going to a spa, like all those kind of self-care experiences. Just for like your general full body is to drink tea. Now, I love tea. Like, you do not have to convince me to drink tea because I have to drink it pretty much every day. So I will have green tea every morning. But I know some people don't really love tea. They don't really like drinking water, so drinking tea isn't really something that they would opt for. They would rather a coffee, which is totally fair. I understand. I have just been blessed with the fact that I hate the taste of coffee, and coffee makes me super jittery and gives me a lot of anxiety, so I just don't drink it, and so I've just naturally leaned towards tea. But for those of you who struggle a little bit more, There's so many different types of teas out there. I'm sure you can find one with a taste that you like. Lately, I have been drinking this chai one too, which has a lot more flavor and I really like it. There's so many teas out there and there's so many benefits to each types of tea, so you can search those up. Naturally tea will just do things like help reduce bloating, it'll help hydrate you, it calms your body. Like there's so many different benefits to different types of tea. Another thing to do in terms of like your full body is to switch out your scent. So I love trying out a bunch of different scents and switching them up once in a while. It makes such a difference when you've been wearing the same perfume for the past like 2 months and then you decide to try a new one. You truly feel like a new person and it's such a nice feeling. And people will notice too, when you've been wearing the same scent all the time, people get used to it, but when you switch it out, I guarantee you that you will get compliments saying that you smell really good. So with the new year, I decided to try this new one. It's just a Bath & Body scent, but it is called Paris Amour. My day-to-day, I go for more of like a body mist. But when I'm actually going out, I like to spice it up and use a perfume. So right now, I'm using 1000 Wishes. This is also by Bath & Body. This scent I am obsessed with. This is what it looks like, but I will use this one when I'm going out. Like if I'm going out for dinner, if it's a birthday or something, then I will opt for this one instead of just like a regular body mist. This is another scent that I would recommend. I actually haven't used this yet, but I have friends who use it and it smells so freaking good. I'm obsessed to the point that I actually asked for this for Christmas because I already planned I want this to be my summer scent. If you don't already know, this is the Sol de Janeiro one. It's the pistachio and salted caramel scent, which is literally heaven. I'm obsessed with this scent. This is a random one, but make sure you're moisturizing your neck. So I know that we're all taking care of our face. We already know this. I know a lot of people forget to do their neck as well, which is something you really have to take care of because you can get wrinkles on your neck and you do not want to look back when you're 40 or 50 or 60 or whatever and have like a really snatched face but have wrinkles on your neck. So make sure you're moisturizing your neck too and putting sunscreen on it. Another thing is prioritizing your sleep. This is something that I have been trying to work on for so long. Getting good sleep is so important. You will see a difference, trust me. I've noticed that for myself. The past few months I've had a lot of trouble with my sleep and I have been breaking out a lot more than I used to. My skin has been flakier than it used to be. Like my body has just not been at its best compared to when I've been getting really good sleep. So what I decided to do is to get melatonin. So I just got these melatonin gummies. It's by the brand Jamieson. This is what they look like. I literally just got these on Amazon for like $6 and I tried it for the first time last night and I slept amazing. But you do not want to take too much melatonin because eventually you're going to become tolerant to it and it's not going to do what you want and your body will not naturally produce the melatonin that it needs. But if you're having trouble, this can help fix your sleep schedule slowly and then you can slowly pull away from this. Another thing is to just moisturize your skin after every single shower. You could definitely just go to Bath & Body Works and they have so many body lotions that you can use. You can go to the Body Shop, like so many places will have them. But definitely make sure you're moisturizing your skin. And if you're looking for something that's not scented, you can also use CeraVe. Okay, quick outfit change. I just put my robe on because I feel like my shirt was a little low and I didn't really notice. But back to the point of this video. So moving on, I have a couple more for just your full body. So wearing jewelry that matches your skin tone. I love silver jewelry and I still wear it all the time, but I know that for my skin tone, gold jewelry makes such a difference. When I wear gold jewelry, I get compliments all the time. It just suits my skin tone so much better, especially in the summer, especially when I'm tan. Wearing clothes that fit your body and not trying to fit in clothes that don't fit you. I think it's so powerful to find the pieces that really fit your body type and really accent your body type. There's something so beautiful about each body type. So finding the things that suit your body type is gonna make you so much happier. Something that I've realized with embracing my natural body type, my natural skin, my natural hair, everything, is that you will get bored sometimes, which is totally normal. So one way to avoid that boredom is to try different aesthetics. So I like to switch out my aesthetic pretty much like every 3 to 4 months. Pretty much with every season, my aesthetic will change a little bit. I'll make a new vision board, I'll shop for that aesthetic, I'll get new products, I'll get new clothes, whatever the aesthetic calls for. Definitely wanna avoid that boredom because you will feel bored and then you're gonna want to dye your hair again. Hair is something that I am so passionate about and have been for the past maybe 3 years. I have been on my hair journey for so long and I have so much to tell you. So starting off, something that I have implemented recently is I will apply heat on my hair once a month. So my hair isn't naturally, it's not even that straight right now because I went out in the rain yesterday and the curls started to come back, but my hair is naturally pretty wavy / curly. But I love the look of my straightened hair too. Like I feel like that's my alter ego. I feel like such a baddie with straight hair, but I definitely try to not apply heat on my hair all the time. When you do use heat on your hair, make sure that you're using a heat protectant. I just use this one. It's the Garnier Flat Iron Perfector. It's the straightening mist. So this is what it looks like. You also want to regularly trim your hair. Now for my long hair girlies, I know this sucks. I love growing out my hair. Like, I'm a long hair girl always. That is my favorite look on myself. But I've really had to implement getting hair trims maybe like 3 to 4 times a year, because if not, those split ends will keep going up and up and up, and then most of your hair will be dead, it'll be dry, it'll be brittle, and it's not going to feel good. So long hair is not going to be fun if it's all dead. Another thing, so this is for my wavy girls, for my curly girls. Obviously, if you're choosing to apply heat only once a month, you have the other 3 weeks of the month. You're not just gonna wanna live with your hair if you're not happy with the way it looks. So definitely finding ways to embrace your natural hair. So these are the products that I've been using. First things first is a leave-in conditioner. So I use this one by Pantene. This one is so nice because I feel like it's pretty lightweight and my hair gets weighed down so easily. So I don't like to use like super heavy creams. And then if you really want to bring out your wave pattern or your curl pattern, I've been using the Not Your Mother's Defining Curl Talk Cream. It's this one. Another product, this can be for straight hair, wavy hair, curly hair, whatever hair type you have, this will work. But this is the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Serum for hair density. This has helped with my hair growth so much. So this is what it looks like if you want to get it. I will use this the night before or maybe 2 nights before as well of my hair wash day. And what I'll also do is the day before I wash my hair, I'll usually have it in some kind of slick pony, slick bun, or something like this, a half up, half down. So I will use this in my hair too, kind of like a hair mask. And another tip for your hair is to oil your ends. I'm saying this as someone with an oily scalp, but just oiling your ends is gonna make such a difference for you. Your hair is gonna feel so much better. It's gonna be so much shinier. It's gonna be bouncier. It's gonna make such a difference for your hair for you to regularly hydrate it. Another tip I have is to get a wet brush. I use this when I'm in the shower, but obviously your hair in the shower is a lot more sensitive. It's a lot more sensitive to breakage because it's wet. This one is supposed to be a lot more gentle on your hair. Another tip is to use silk or satin or velvet scrunchies. If you can, try to avoid using hair ties. Sleeping with a silk bonnet. I usually only do this when I put a hair mask in the night before my hair wash day, and then I'll put my hair in this so I don't get my pillow like super oily. But if you can do this every night, even better, because by doing this, you're reducing the friction on your hair when you're going to sleep because it's just wrapped up in this little silk bonnet. What you can also do is to get a silk or satin pillowcase. So that's what I have right now, and I have been using this for the past maybe 2 years or 3 years. Using that not only helps with your hair, but it also helps with your skin so much. Also, I got this one from Amazon. And because when you're sticking with your natural hair, like I said earlier, you might get bored sometimes. One thing you can do is to try different hairstyles. So for example, you can use a ribbon. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll put my hair up and then I will tie a ribbon around. You can also use headbands. These are super fun and very girly and just like that fun preppy vibe. Or if you're willing, you can also just cut your hair. If you've had the same hair type for a while and you're just sick of it, you want something new, you can go and get your hair cut like a proper cut. You could do a bob, you could do layers, you could get bangs. There's so many different things you can do. Another thing you can do, which is something I actually want to look into, which I haven't done before, but it's like a hair gloss treatment. So I actually got this idea from Hana because I was watching one of her videos and she did this thing where she gets like a hair gloss treatment. So I've done a little bit of reading on it, and what it's supposed to do is actually bring a lot of like moisture and health into your hair, and at the same time it'll help give it a little bit more shine. If you like going to the hair salon and getting some kind of hair treatment, that could be something that you do. Not only is it going to give you a little bit of a change, you're going to feel that glow up, but it's also going to be really beneficial for your hair. The last thing, again, this is for my curly wavy girls, but using a diffuser. I have heard mixed things about whether air drying or using a blow dryer is better for your hair. I do both depending on the day, but obviously sometimes I don't have the time to let my hair air dry all day, so I will use a diffuser. I have never gotten acrylics in my life because I actually wasn't allowed to when I was in high school, which is when everyone I knew was getting them, and I was so jealous. But my mom did not let me get acrylics in high school, and I'm so glad that she never let me, because I am pretty lucky and I am pretty blessed with like really beautiful natural nails, and getting acrylics would have just ruined that. But I did get like shellac manicures at the time, and even those were so damaging to my nails. Like I would notice that my nails afterwards were so much thinner, they were brittle, they would break all the time. So I stopped doing that altogether. So what I like to do, because I love having my nails painted, I will just paint them at home with regular nail polish. You can also get these for super cheap and just get a bunch of different colors. I personally love the process of painting your nails though. As long as you have time, if you try to paint your nails when you have to be out of the house in like an hour, you're gonna become so frustrated with yourself, because you need to be able to do your nails when you know that you have nowhere to be, nothing to do for the next like 2 hours at least, so that you can sit there and let them dry really well. Some tips I have is to always use a top coat. So right now I'm just using this one by LA Colors. I really like how this dries on my nails. If you want, you can also use a base coat, which I haven't been doing, but I might try to do that as well. And because I know it's frustrating to just sit there and let your nails dry, this is a little tip I have. So what I do, when your nails are kind of, let's say like 70 to 80% dry, what you can do is just get a cup and fill it with like ice cold water and then dip your hand in for a few seconds. It'll help harden the nails so much more, and it'll make the drying process so much faster. Other things you can do for your nails is to get like cuticle oil, for example, moisturize your hands regularly. So if you're having trouble growing your nails, make sure that you have calcium in your diet. One way to embrace your natural beauty in terms of your face is to have a weekly no makeup day. If you are someone who wears makeup very regularly, try to implement at least one day a week where you just go no makeup. That way you can become a lot more comfortable with how you look with no makeup, and you can slowly start to embrace it and become more confident with it. And once you do that, you can start stepping out of the house with no makeup once a week. And it doesn't have to be something crazy. Like if you're going to your friend's house, for example, maybe that's when you can try wearing no makeup. Or if you're just out running errands, maybe you could try no makeup then. Along with that, you can also go for more natural makeup and focus on one key feature to emphasize. Focusing your makeup on a certain feature of your face that you really like. So if you really like your eyes, just focusing on your makeup to draw attention to your eyes, and then keeping the rest of your face pretty natural. You could try no mascara days for lip gloss days. Whatever product you heavily rely on, you can try a day without that product so that you can get comfortable with your face without that product. Something else you can do is using lip balms and lip masks instead of a lip gloss. I have been using this tinted lip mask by Masquerade. I'll show you what it looks like on, but it's like a nice tinted pink. And I love it because it feels like I'm wearing lip gloss. So this is what it looks like. So at the same time, I'm hydrating my lips, I'm giving them the moisture they need, and they look nice. Another one you can use, which I haven't used yet, but I just got it, it's the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. I have seen this everywhere. This is the scent Berry. This is kind of a random thing I have. It's the Shimmer Hydro Fluid by One of One. So my mom found this randomly once and she decided to try it, and then she ended up giving it to me, and I have loved it ever since. Because basically this has jojoba milk, I think that's how you say it, but it has jojoba milk in it, which is really good for your skin, and at the same time it gives you such a nice glow. I literally use this instead of highlighter. So I'll actually put this on as well just to show you how it looks. But I'll put on a little bit like, oh that's actually a lot, but I'll put it on like this, and then I will blend it into my skin. And then if you can tell, it just has a very glowy look to your skin, which I absolutely love. Another thing you can do is use a lash serum. This is the e.l.f. Enhancing Lash and Brow Serum. And in terms of your face, you also just want to make sure that you're moisturizing your skin with good products. So I usually just go to the Body Shop because I like simpler, cleaner, vegan products. What I use is the Vitamin C Glow Boosting Moisturizer. It's this one. And then at nighttime, I'll use the Vitamin E Nourishing Night Cream. So this is what this one looks like. Also, when I am wearing makeup, instead of using makeup wipes, I will use the Micellar Cleansing Water by Garnier. So this is what it looks like. When I use makeup wipes, my skin literally burns afterwards, and I don't know why, but I choose to listen to my skin. So if it is burning, I know this product is not right for me. So I have been using micellar water instead. And then I just have like a reusable cotton pad kind of that I use to take all the makeup off, and then I'll wash it afterwards. You already know this, but sunscreen, I literally use the Banana Boat one. Like, you do not have to go and buy Supergoop, but any sunscreen is so important for your skin. I use it every single day because I do not want wrinkles when I'm 40. So it is so important to protect your skin regularly from the sun. Other things you can do is to use pimple patches. So I actually have these day ones from the brand Masquerade, and these are clear. So if you want, you can actually wear this during the day when you're going out. I have tried this once. You can tell a little bit just because it like lightly reflects, but I honestly don't care. Like, I think it's so worth it. If you're wearing makeup, for example, you could put this on your little spots, on your little pimples, and then put your makeup on top so that it's not irritating those spots. And I just have a night one as well. I also just regularly use face masks in the wintertime. My skin gets so dry, so I use very nourishing, very moisturizing face masks. In the summer, on the other hand, I will use more like purifying kind of masks. This is an example of one that I would use. It's the Brightening Sheet Mask by Masquerade. Using eye masks is also important, especially if you have someone who has eye bags. Definitely use an eye mask and eye cream, which I also use, but I forgot to bring. Another way to avoid wrinkles is to use a gua sha. From what I understand, you want to hold your skin when you do it so that you don't end up pulling your skin, and then that'll actually create more wrinkles. Basically what you do is just you hold your skin and then you kind of go like this a few times. I usually do it here. I'll do it on my neck as well, and then I will do it on my face here and here, under my eyes. Sometimes I do on my eyebrows as well, and then just my forehead. But definitely don't use this as a tutorial. I am no expert, but there's so many tutorials on TikTok and on YouTube, so you can definitely find one. Another thing I like to do is to use a jasmine roller, and what I do is I actually put this in the freezer, and then in the morning to kind of depuff my face, I will use this. I also don't know like the exact technique for this either, but what I know is that you obviously want to go up just against gravity to avoid those wrinkles. We'll usually go like this for a few minutes. I will go up here as well. I use the smaller side just underneath my eyes, and you want to be super gentle on your skin when you do this. Another thing for your face is you want to take care of your eyebrows. Now this is something I prioritize so much because I have thicker eyebrows, so they need very regular maintenance. So if you want, you can go get them waxed, you can go get them threaded. I used to do that all the time, but I'm not gonna lie, people would mess up my eyebrows so many times that eventually I just decided to learn how to do it myself. What I do is I use a tweezer. I will just go right under here. I will get the spots right here. Sometimes over top I'll have a couple as well. Then what I'll do afterwards is I will use these scissors to just kind of trim the parts of the top that are a little bit grown out. So those are all my tips on how to embrace and emphasize your natural beauty. I think there's something so powerful of just embracing your natural self. I say this as someone who was blonde at one point in my life. I have done so many things to kind of switch up my look, but I guarantee you, once you come back to just like your natural look, you will never look back. If you combine all these little tips, you are gonna feel like your best. You're gonna feel so powerful, you're gonna feel so confident, and you're really gonna embrace your natural self, and people will notice. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I love you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye!